the crowds rise, and Jake Smith, the rising star of British marathon running, has got the job done. There he is, just outside 62 minutes, and Jake Smith, now he can relax. He wins the big half.
Okay, alright, for this video, I'm going to go through some questions you guys asked me on Instagram. I've picked out 20 different questions, and I'm going to try to make it as enjoyable as possible and be truthful as best I can. Alright, the first question I'm going to answer is from Harris Adventurer, and it's advice for younger runners wanting to make it pro. So, all I'm going to say is do not concentrate on running when you're young. I never did. I played football, rugby, even played a bit of netball, swam, and I felt like I built such a good aerobic base from doing these different sports. When you do decide to focus on running, it's going to be quite lonely. So to have that social aspect, part of different teams, is so important. Second question is from Joe Heap, and it's the best food to eat pre-run. So my go-to food before a session is actually toast, Nutella, peanut butter, some Biscoff spread, and porridge. That's what I normally have. Oh, and a banana. I don't drink coffee, so I actually have these caffeine tablets, which really get me hooked. But that's the food I eat for a session and race. Josh Morgan and Seth Avery asked, how old were you when you started running? So I think back in Hong Kong, like my parents took me out every now and then. I think I was like about 12, 13 where I started like running, you know, doing cross country and that at school. But I was still playing all the other sports I could until about 18, where I started to fully commit it when I came to university. So Sam Smythe asks, PBs at 16. So I've actually had to go onto Power of 10 to find them because I wasn't actually 100% sure. But apparently, so this was in 2014, I was 16 years old. My PB for 5k was 16:38 minutes. I'd run 33:21 for 10k, but a 72 minutes and 54 seconds for a half marathon. Zach West asks, if I could run one world record, what would it be? Easy, marathon. I want to break that 2-hour marathon before Kipchoge does. That is a very, very bold statement, and I know he has done it, but he hasn't done it in an official race. So, that is the one world record I want to beat. And yeah, Kipchoge, I'm sorry mate, but I'm coming for your time. So Danny Killian asks, weekly training structure. So this does differentiate during, like, if I'm prepping for track, half marathon, cross country, but if I went through like just a normal week, it's a double on a Monday, so normally in the morning it's like a progression with some strides and an easy cross train in the evening. Tuesday is an easy run in the morning, then a big session in the evening. Wednesday is just a single longer run, so anywhere from 12 to 14 miles, and S&C in the evening. Thursday is, depending on how I'm feeling, a steady in the morning and a run in the evening. Friday, a run in the morning, another session in the evening. Saturday, it depends, again, how I'm feeling. I could cross-train, run, or a rest day. And Sunday is a long run, normally from like 18 to 21 miles with S&C in the evening. So Richard Charles asks, best interval session for a 10k. So there's quite a few sessions I was doing in preparation for the Olympic trials. Unfortunately, I DNF'd, but there's quite a few. A good one I like is a bit more aerobic, but you do 8x k on and off. It's more specific for half, but if I did prep for a 10k, I might reduce it and do like 12k of a k on, k off. So the k's on maybe towards 10k pace and the k's off a bit slower. So if you can run almost at 10k pace with a steady recovery, you're going to feel really, really strong. So Logan Harder asks, how do you get over a bad patch in a race? I would love to answer this question properly, but you might tend to see me in races go out quite hard, and if I die, like I will go backwards. It tends to happen on like the last lap where people just go flying past me. I'm not really sure if I have ever really gotten out of a bad patch. So Ben Hannon asks, how do you incorporate rest? So I don't tend to rest that often. I do have a rest day. It's quite weird, but if I have a race on Saturday or Sunday, I actually have a rest day the week before the race, so on the Saturday. And If I'm traveling, sometimes I have rest day then, but maybe every 5-6 weeks I implement a rest day into my training block. Alright, so Paddy Townsend has asked the biggest change of the last few years that has helped your running. So before I came to university, I picked up 2 stress fractures because I was just doing too many miles on the bike, running and actually swimming. When I first came to university and joined with James D, where each day there's like a specific run I have to complete. So I almost go through a training block that lasts 12 to 16 weeks, have a week off or a week easy, and then keep going along that pattern. Miles Hewlett has asked for the weekly mileage. Again, this very much depends on what race I'm planning for, but normally for the half, it's anywhere between 100 to 150 miles of running, but about 20 miles equivalent of cross training on top of that. So Kobe Beltram has asked if I could be one runner, who would it be? Easy, it's Bekele. I think he's an absolutely, he is the best runner there ever has been, I think. What he achieved on the track, how many world records he ran, and what is he even doing now at the marathon? Yes, he hasn't had the best results recently, but what he ran in Berlin a couple of years ago was just incredible. Jack Hobton has asked, where would you like to be in 5 years? So in 5 years' time, that takes me to 2027. So it'd be trying to win an Olympic medal at World Champs. It's the year before LA Olympics. LA Olympics is going to be the really big one, which I'm really, really going to target. And I would love to win a medal there for the marathon at LA. So from Chelsea Walters and Piers Copeland, how many teeth do you have to 1 decimal place? I have lost this tooth there about 3 times, and I have got it sorted. It's cost me about 500 quid so far. Hopefully it doesn't fall out again, but I presume, I don't really know how many teeth the human has. I'm going to guess 41. Run Life to the Field asked, favourite Reading player and why do you support them? So, my favourite Reading player currently, this is hard. I do love Andy Carroll. I think it's jokes that he's come here, so I'll say Andy Carroll for now because he's actually the only one playing quite well. I've supported them because I just followed my dad's footsteps. So when he was young, he started supporting Reading. He bought us all his shirts, and yeah, not a glory fan. Were absolutely shocking. Got knocked out of the FA Cup by this team called Kidderminster. So Darren O'Dwyer asks, what sport would you want to be the best in the world at? So there's quite a few I would like to be best at. Tennis, I think, is incredible. Cycling, I think winning the Tour de France would just show everyone that you're the best athlete out there. Fraser01 asks, go to breakfast before a race. This is easy. It's porridge, Nutella, slice of toast, and some banana. Jack Ellis has asked, favourite drink on a night out? I've actually found some new drinks. They're these like cocktails in a bottle. So it's a strawberry daiquiri and pina colada in a cocktail. I had some for New Year's Eve, and by about 5-6 p.m. I was absolutely smashed. So John Howells asked, what do you miss most about Hong Kong? I think the biggest thing is the transport, how easy it was to get around. I miss my mates in my school, going to KCC, just playing football, even rugby. I miss playing for Cycling Stingrays. And yeah, but I think the biggest thing is just how easy it was to get around everywhere. It's a bit tougher around here, especially when I lived in Devon. So also John Howells has asked, what's your favourite thing about living in Wales? I think it has to be the nights out. The nights out are incredible. Everywhere I've been to, I've just had a great night out. The people living in Wales are just amazing. So that's the end for the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all the questions. I do really appreciate it. Keep following this YouTube video because we're going to create some more videos of me training, of how the group trains, days in their life, how I cope with track season, and yeah, just follow along for the rest of the year and let's see what we can do. Thank you very much and have a great training.